Greg had us alongside Steve Silverio. And Steve, how do we start our programs?
Just do the deal.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, also remember this. If Steve can't get you approved, who can?
Nobody can.
And Steve, we welcome folks to the month of August, and we welcome them to the all-new Devon Nissan. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, do you have a story to tell about the month of July. Big-time month, big-time opportunity, and so many people getting down the road. If I could quote you what you said to me off camera, Greg, in the month of July, there was so much activity, so much going on, my head was spinning.
Let me tell you something. And again, let's start off by, of course, thanking you and your crew for airing these shows, getting the time spots that people can see it. First. Second of all, the customers that we're getting in. And let me tell you something. Again, I'll go back to, I had a store in Philadelphia on Roosevelt Boulevard for years. And again, we sold over 11,000 automobiles. Thank you, Philadelphia. And now we've taken the whole plan out to Devon, Pennsylvania, and still, I just got through saying just a little bit ago, 50% of our customers that buy a car here are previous customers. Referrals.
That's big.
That's huge when the average dealership is somewhere probably around 20%. We're well over 50 of the business we do. And I think I made this comment either a year or two ago that I was trying to move my way up to become the #1 Nissan dealer in Philadelphia out here in Devon, Pennsylvania.
On the main line.
And we're on the main line. And let me tell you something, we're on our way. And,
love it.
And again, it's thanks to you folks coming out here. I know it's a 30-minute drive from Philadelphia. I know from I-95 and that whole, I guess that's called Delaware County over there. Is that Delaware County? Delaware County, Springfield, Ridley, Upper Darby. Coming from over there, it's probably 20 minutes. King of Prussia is only 10 or 12. Norristown, we're inviting you over here. We know we got a big, huge Hispanic community over there. I've got Hispanic people on staff right here to take care of the Hispanic-speaking customers. Our Hispanic business is growing. It doubled from July, from actually the first part of the year all the way through June. In July, it's doubled. So thank you again on the Hispanic community. But what I'm most excited about is the amount of people. This month we're probably going to end up with, or in July we ended up with 156, 160 automobiles out here.
That's saying something.
We're totally, if you look at our lot, we're going to be going out there very shortly. Our lot is jam-packed. We have no room for parking. We've far exceeded all expectations out here. So again, I just want to thank Philadelphia. And remember, the reason why we're getting the people we get out here is, first of all, it's the deals. Nobody comes out to pay the most money to say hi to Steve. Okay?
You're sure now. You're sure. You're a fun guy. You're a fun guy.
I know. But that I do know, okay? The second thing I know is that, again, we have trade amnesty.
I love it.
That we talk about. No matter how much you owe on your trade, we're going to pay it off. Also, too, again, it's, my old saying that if I can't get you approved, nobody can. You're coming out here for that. We're getting people reestablished. Your credit does not define who you are. You remember that?
And everybody is somebody.
And everybody is somebody. We had slogans and little sound bites that we always did throughout the years here. And every one of them, hey, they had a positive impact. Again, credit does not define who you are. It doesn't make a difference what your credit is. It doesn't define who you are at Devon Nissan, okay? We've said that, and we've said that, and we've said that. What we try to do. And with the people we've had on here, and you'll see it today, again, trying to find people automobiles. I've just located just recently. This is just the other day now. Gentleman wanted a 2019 S560. He's a friend of one of my managers. S560, obviously, is a Mercedes. It's a new model Mercedes. That car sells for about $130,000 new. He didn't want to pay $130,000 for a new one. I just now, as of in the last couple of days, delivered that car to him.
Wow.
It was a 900 mile. I found it online for him through what we call a dealer's transactional thing through the Mannheim Auto Auctions. And I bought the car and picked it up and brought it to him. It was $96,000 automobile.
Saved him a lot of money, though.
And we saved him a lot of money. We saved him over $30,000 off the brand new one, and we only had 900 miles. And he still gets the balance of the factory warranty. So we can do that for you. I'm not saying everybody out there wants a Mercedes, but there's a car out there that you don't see online. I can get that car for you. Come in, sit down with me, say, Steve, this is what I'm looking for. We can go online. I can show you the pictures. I can show you everything about the car. Look at the history of it. If you like it, I'll bring the car in and deliver it to you. I have no problem.
Now, it is the month of August, and you've done some tremendous things, but also...
How are we going to beat July?
How are you going to beat July? I know the deals that you had in July were absolutely, positively, they were great. I mean, they were unheard of. They were actually literally crazy.
They were. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do this month. We're going to repeat some of them because they
Are
don't.
you sure?
They just don't get any better.
Are you sure, Steve?
We're going to repeat a couple, and I've enhanced a few.
Enhanced?
I've enhanced. So let's start off.
Okay.
Let's start off with the ever popular, the car that probably Nissan is really noted for is the Nissan Sentra.
Okay.
That's been around since, who knows, 30, 40 years. Okay, Nissan Sentra. What would you think a reasonable discount on a Sentra was? It's a $20,000 car. What do you think? $2,000 off the price?
I think people would get pretty excited if it was $25.
$500.
They get real excited about that.
Well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to combine some money off with a payment. Okay, I'm going to get to the payment of $99 a month for you.
Say what?
$99 a month on a Sentra. But I'm also going to take, let's say you want to pay cash for the car. We're also going to do up to $4,000 off the price of that car, which relates probably at about a 20% discount.
So wait a minute. You're talking about up to $4,000 off a brand new Sentra.
Brand new Sentra.
The SV.
The SV.
And we also have that.
Also the S. You get four. It doesn't make any difference. S.
Oh, you're giving them a choice.
SL. Makes no difference. Any Sentra you see in stock. And
Really?
They start out at about $20,000. You can take 20% off that or $4,000, whichever is better for you.
And you still have the equity purchase program with a $99 a month payment?
And we have the equity purchase. You can also get the $99 a month payment with no cap cost reduction, which means absolutely zero money out of your pocket to reduce the cap on that to get that to $99. We're going to have all that money put up for you. You can take that discount and get that payment down to $99 a month.
So you're sure? Up to $4,000 off.
Off.
Now, Steve, that's crazy.
That's 20%.
Now, that's an enhancement. That was not there in July. That was not there in July.
There is not an import dealer that I see online, and I researched the whole thing, in the city of Philadelphia or any of its surrounding areas, and I'm going all the way out to Atlantic City. I'm going all the way out to Allentown, Trenton, Camden.
First state of Delaware.
Delaware, Lehigh Valley, everything in the south of Atlantic City are going all the way down. Nobody in any import language is given 20% off.
Not a chance. So right now, through the close of business Saturday, Steve, you've got the brand new Nissan Sentra up to $4,000 off. And don't forget, we also have the other opportunity, $99 a month. Steve, what do you say to that deal on the Sentra?
Just do the deal.
Now, that's one of your offers. You did mention you were going to repeat some of them and enhance some others. So, Steve, we now move on to our next one, which is?
The Altima.
The Altima?
The Altima.
Wow.
What are we doing on the Altima? Well, last month we had a great offer, okay? Wasn't big in the form of discounts, but it was a great payment. And we sold a lot of Altimas because of the payment. Then I said, well, what happened when a lot of people came in? And a lot of people didn't want to finance. People said, no, I want to write a check for cash. They got kids going back to school. In fact, when we had that Sentra offer, that was the thing. Gentleman came in and said, you mean to tell me, Steve, for $99 a month, I can put my kid back in a car and have him go back to college and have the security of knowing and comfort in my mind that my child is going to be in a brand new automobile, fully warranted in any state in the United States, for $99 a month. That's $1,200 a year.
No brainer.
That's a no-brainer for my child. I'm looking for used cars for $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. The payments are running $150 to $200. I'm going to get them a brand new car for $99 a month.
Wow. Great program.
Okay, Altima. You want to step it up? Maybe your child's in the last year of school and you say, hey, you've done a good job for the first 3 years. You got a 4.0 GPA and you say, I want to reward my child. We have the Altima for $199 or $5,000 off, which again equals just about, if my math's right, 20% off on that.
So wait a minute. You're talking about the Altima, and we're talking about the SV.
SV, which isn't the base. No, this is a upgraded model, SV.
And you're talking about up to $5,000 off or the $199.
Equity purchase for $199, but again, no cap cost reduction.
That's amazing.
Zero out of your pocket to reduce that cap. for $199 a month. And hey, let's keep this in mind. We're doing $5,000 off any Altima. I don't care if you're looking at a premium, SL,
Premium?
SV, SR, S. I don't care what you look at on these 2019s, because keep in mind, people say, why are you giving so much money off?
Well, that's a good question.
Well, the 2020s are coming in, and in fact, we've got a few here. So I want to get rid of these 19s. I need your help. But then you need my help. You say, okay, Steve, I don't mind coming to buy a car, but what you going to do for me? You know, it's the WIF program. What's in it for me? People like the WIF.
Is that program alive and well here at the all-new Devon Nissan?
The WIF program is alive and well in Devon, Pennsylvania. Okay? Come out here. You're going to get up to 20% or $5,000 off the automobile, and I think it equates to 20% off. That's a huge, huge discount in the import world, at least with my competitors. Yeah, baby, let's go. Nissan Sentra SV, only $99 a month. Or take up to $4,000 off. Altima SV, no cap cost reduction. Sign and drive, $199. Or take up to $5,000 off. Any Rogue in stock, $6,000 off. Trade amnesty, credit amnesty. Remember, it's August and we're accepting all credit applications. If I can't get you done, nobody can. And don't forget, we're closer than you think. You know me, Philly. Just do the deal.
All right, Steve, so I got to tell you, you're pretty excited today because I know one of the things that you really preach here at the all-new Devon Nissan is helping to make it easy to refer people, friends, and family. We have a great example of that today, don't we?
Well, we do. And we've got some people today that have purchased cars, or people in their family, and Hope's partner, which is my cousin-in-law. She's purchased a lot of her cars and her family, and we're going to bring them on today and go through a little bit. And she's a local businesswoman. She has a business here locally in town, and we're going to go through the whole thing. So let's bring them on.
Okay. So come on over, Hope, and Luke and Laurie, come on over. Well, first of all, Hope, what's the name of your business? Let's get that out of the way.
Salon 27.
Okay, so you have a partner, right?
Yes, Patsy Woojin.
And Patsy has bought a couple of vehicles here, is that correct?
Several, probably, yes. And our clients have also.
Probably about 4. Her sister and a lot of people in her family, and she sends a lot of friends, because between Patsy and Hope, they know a lot of people.
All right, so what did she tell you about this guy and this dealership, the all-new Devon Nissan?
He's very loyal, and he would never sell you a car that's going to be a lemon, that's for sure.
So when you arrived here, you obviously brought your son, right?
Yes.
And you've also brought a friend, too?
This is my sister, Lori.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she's going to be trading in a vehicle soon, right?
We'll be looking for a car very shortly.
Yeah.
Yes. That's right. And we're looking for a car for my son also.
Okay. So tell me about your experience. I know Patsy told you a little bit about her experience here. Tell me about what you found as you've started coming here.
Well, I've been working with one particular person named Till, and she's been awesome. Every time I call her, she gets right on the phone, and then she's shown me several cars. We haven't found anything yet, but we're still working on it for Luca. And it's been great.
Steve, when you have people like this that have come on a referral by a friend or family member, I know you take that pretty seriously, because somebody's putting out their name that they're going to be treated like $1 million, and I know that's very important to you.
Well, you have to. First of all, again, it goes back to the referral business, but in this particular case, we're trying to find the right car. It's Luca's first automobile, young man. You don't want this experience to be a bad experience, and you want to make sure the car you're finding him, because let's face it, Luca is now just about 17 years old, okay? And this is going to be his first automobile, and what we're trying to find is something that's affordable. So it's very particular. So we've got to find something that's going to last him, because what I don't want to do is sell something, regardless of the price, whether it's a $4,000 car or a $40,000 car. It's what money people have, and you got to respect what they're spending, and I want to make sure that he has his first experience, that he walks away from here, because I know where his second car will be and his third car will be if I take care of him on the first one.
Right.
All right, so we're trying to find that particular car, but you know, like anything else, it's like a needle in a haystack right now, because most of these cars are coming in with a lot of miles for that kind of dollar. I'm trying to find them something with 40 to 60,000 miles that's pretty much the perfect car.
So, Hope, a lot of times people come to a dealership and they're saying, you know, this for some people could be a scary experience.
Yes.
Have you found it to be a scary experience at all?
Not at all. Not at all. And like he said, we're looking for a used car, and they treat us like we're buying a brand new one. So it's been great, yeah.
That's awesome. So you've liked your experiences here, and you've actually brought your sister here. Now,
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about her background, and then we'll get into what her story is.
She's in sales and marketing, so she drives somewhat, not a lot, but she's looking to trade in the car she has now as soon as the lease is up and get a new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if we could get you and your sister to switch places, we'll bring Laurie over here for a second. Laurie, tell me, what your impressions are of the all-new Devon Nissan.
Again, what Hope said, very professional, nice, helpful. I mean, that's basically been the experience we've had since we've been here.
Now, you have a vehicle that you're currently driving, and I believe that lease is coming up here pretty soon, and you're looking to get out of it and get into a new Nissan.
Yes, because I've heard nothing but great things about the Nissan, especially in particular the Rogue is what I'm interested in. And they not only look great, look nice, they're practical. Yeah, I'm excited.
Steve, did you have something you wanted to mention?
I'd like to hear from Luca. This is his first time. Well, how has this whole thing been to you? I mean, it's obviously eye-opening. This is your first car, Luke?
Yeah, it's my first car. It's friendly environment. Everything's going well so far, and I'm hoping to buy, my first car.
You're a little excited getting your first car, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be your car? I assume you're not sharing it with your sister or your...
I have any.
So it's going to be your car?
Yeah.
So it's important.
I hope. I mean, obviously it rides well and shifts well, and low mileage would be nice.
40, because you know...
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
And just hope it's good.
Now, Steve, you think we should ask him that question? See if
if he knows?
I'm pretty sure his mom and you would be his aunt, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they know, but let's ask him the question and see how much they've been paying attention. I know they've been here a little bit, and that you have a great reputation of really taking care of them. But I know you have a reputation about something else. So, ladies and Luca, when people come here to the all-new Devon Nissan, what does Steve love to say?
What's our slogan, Luca?
Just do the deal.
Hey, they know.
Just do the deal! Yeah, baby, let's go! Nissan Sentra SV, only $99 a month. Or take up to $4,000 off. Ultima SV, no cap cost reduction. Sign and drive, $199. Or take up to $5,000 off. Any Rogue in stock, $6,000 off. Trade amnesty, credit amnesty. Remember, it's August and we're accepting all credit applications. If I can't get you done, nobody can. And don't forget, we're closer than you think. You know me, Philly. Just do the deal.
One more thing we want to talk about before we talk about some pre-owned cars a little bit later on. We're going to actually have something very exciting with that later. But last month in July, you did a great offer, as we alluded to, on the Sentra and the Ultima, and you've enhanced them both today.
Yes.
There was one more thing that you ran in the month of July that was a big boy offer, and that was the Rogue. The Rogue is a hot car. It's a big seller. Everybody wants them, and you took a lot of money off the Rogue in the month of July. Steve, so much money. I remember when you mentioned it, the managers came running out of the office and told you, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Well, obviously, because you had a big July, you did it.
It went more like this. Are you crazy? Are
I was
you
trying to make it nice for
absolutely
TV.
out of your mind doing that kind of money off? Well, guess what we're going to do for the Rogue now? Keep in
You
mind.
can't repeat that.
Let me tell you, I'm going to do a little better. The Rogue is the #1 selling SUV out of all the manufacturers in the country. The Rogue. #1 selling SUV. We're pretty proud of that here at Nissan. So why would you take a vehicle and give tremendous discounts on a vehicle that's selling very well?
That's a good question.
Normally, you only give discounts on merchandise you can't move. I think of it a lot different. If the Rogue is our #1 selling vehicle, that's what everybody wants. Give them what they want, and we want to sell more vehicles. That's my theory on it, instead of trying to hold out for the most money. So what we're going to do on the Rogue?
Not again.
Yes. We're going to do the Rogue for $6,000 off. And again, it makes no difference if it's the S, the SV, the SL. It makes no difference what model. It's $6,000 off.
Steve, what do you say to $6,000 off the Rogue at the all-new Devon Nissan?
Philadelphia, you better come out to Devon and just do the deal.
And speaking of doing the deal, Steve, we're going to go outside, and let me just say this. Last week, You did an incredible thing, had an incredible opportunity at your pre-owned store, the auto outlet. And at the auto outlet, you had a couple of banks that really did some spectacular things. Now, Greg, or actually Steve, you told me that, Greg, we have some exciting things with those two banks. Again, they've decided to step it up. We're going to go outside. Tell us all the details. And Steve, just like every other day, remember, if Steve can't get you approved at the all-new Devon Nissan, who's going to?
Nobody. Yeah, baby, let's go. Nissan Sentra SV, only $99 a month. Or take up to $4,000 off. Ultima SV, no cap cost reduction. Sign and drive, $199. Or take up to $5,000 off. Any Rogue in stock, $6,000 off. Trade amnesty, credit amnesty. Remember, it's August and we're accepting all credit applications. If I can't get you done, nobody can. And don't forget, we're closer than you think. You know me, Philly. Just do the deal.
All right, Steve, so we are outside here at the all-new Devon Nissan. Now, let's talk about those banks. Last weekend, you had a couple of banks new to the market ask you to run a test at your auto outlet store. Yes. They ran a test. How did it go? What was the deal? And how does that relate to Devon Nissan?
Well, as you know, we ran a 3-day event. Just ran it. When you see this show here, it'll be the week prior to this show. And we ran it. And I'm going to tell you something. It came off like I'd never seen. The lot was packed. And we had two banks that was telling me that no matter what, we're approving everybody.
Wow.
And I said, even if I got a 350 FICO, if I've got a 280 FICO, no matter what. They said yes, yes, and more yes. The only thing they required was taxes down or equity in a trade. So if you had a trade that was worth $1,000 or $1,500, they would certainly do that as long as they didn't have to finance the tax in, which was fine.
So they basically approved just about everybody.
Just about everybody. I never seen nothing like it. If I wasn't there watching it, I had more people. I walked out of there with more lipstick and makeup on my face of people hugging me and kissing me going, I can't believe I've been all over the city and I finally got approved. And I said, but the only thing is, now that we've got you approved, for a little bit of self-interest here, make your payments, then come back, get financial freedom. That FICO score will come up automatically with those car payments. Just make your payments. You got a bank that looked at you, gave you a second chance in life. Take advantage of it, and let's get that credit up so the next time I see you, it's a matter of you can buy whatever you want. You pick out a car, and every bank on the planet will be looking for you. And that's what, I told the customers, and hopefully they follow through with some good advice I just gave them. So what I'd like to do is do it here at Devon for the next 3 days. We're going to do it Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm going to do it right here on any pre-owned car. Now, keep in mind, we got 130 pre-owned cars.
You got a big inventory.
I got a big inventory here, and I got cars that start out at $6,000, and I got cars that go all the way up to $80,000. So I've got them all in between, whatever you want. I've got trucks, I've got SUVs, I've got sedans, I've got luxuries, and we're going to go through a few of the cars that we got right now. I'm telling you, this is your shot to get financial freedom and get out of whatever you're into right now, and let's pay off your car no matter how much you owe. I don't care if you bought that at a buy here, pay here lot, and the car's worth $400 and you owe $10,000. I don't care about any of that. Bring the car down. We're going to get you out of it, going to get you back on the road to financial freedom, and I've got an opportunity with these two banks. Now, after the 3 days, I can't promise nothing. I don't know. But they were excited enough with our first sale to say, Steve, can we try it one more time? Now, I don't know if they're working the kinks out on their end, but let's take advantage of it, folks, between you and I. Hey, listen, you get financed, they give me a check, I sell a car, you buy a car. Let's rock and roll. Let's do what we can. This is the first time these banks have been in this town. Let's go ahead and make it worth their while so they can lend some money out.
Let's talk about this Audi.
Audi Q5, 2017 model. This car, from what I've seen online, sells for $30-something thousand everywhere else. All right? But again, does it make a difference if the car was $100,000? It's what you can afford in a monthly payment. How about if I told you a car that normally sells for anybody's lot $33,000, that you can buy this car right now for $349 a month?
Say what?
$349 a month. You can own a Q5 Audi.
Steve, here we have a 2018 Jeep Compass.
Jeep Compass, limited edition vehicle, diamond white pearl, the two-tone, big tires and rims, alloyed wheels, leather interior, loaded car. Everything, low miles, 2018 automobile. I'm telling you, you don't see many of these around in this color combination. The only ones I've ever seen like this are the little Range Rovers. You've probably seen them around town. And to me, this color is about the best color combination I've ever seen. This is truly unique in a domestic automobile.
Best part of all on this one, Steve, is that right? $299?
$299 a month for this automobile right here. It's a 2018. Again, this vehicle sells in anybody else's lot for $27,000, $28,000, $29,000. You can buy this automobile for $249 a month.
All right, Steve, I know the lot is loaded with great deals, but if there were ever a vehicle that qualify as a steal, this could be it. Tell me more about this 13 BMW.
We've got a BMW, which is what they sell up the street. And I know for a fact that this vehicle on their lot down there is $28,000 for sure, because I looked at it. But the problem is it's got double the miles than mine's got. This car's only been averaged 6,000 miles a year. The average is 15,000 a year. This has been driven 9,000 less miles than anything else. This is a 2013, only driven 6 years at 6,000 miles a year. I'm telling you right now, this is a heck of a bargain. And if I remember right, Greg, what was the payment we figured on this one?
$249.
$249 a month. How about a BMW, a 528, loaded sunroof, leather, everything you can think of as you expect in a BMW for $249 a month, folks.
BMW right here. This is the SUV from them.
Now we've got a 2016 X3, which is they have two of the sport utilities. They have the X5 and the X3. The X3 is the smaller of the two, a little bit smaller engine. It gives you just as much convenience. We got dual panel roofs. You got a sunroof all the way from the front to the back. Leather, navigation, heated and air-cooled seats, loaded. Again, loaded. These vehicles have all the features. This vehicle normally sells for high 20s. You can buy that for $6,000 to $7,000 less than any other dealer that you'll see online. Check out my website. You'll look at the prices. You'll say, my God, I got 130, 140 vehicles online. And again, they start out at $6,000 all the way up to $80,000. And everything in the middle, you can pick out what you want. We got pickups, we got vans, we got everything that you need.
Remember, everyone is somebody, everybody is somebody, and Steve's going to help you put back on the road to financial freedom Thursday, Friday through the close of business Saturday. Remember, the banks are stepping up this weekend. 2 test banks approving just about everyone. Steve will get you out of your trade with trade amnesty. Steve, when it's all said and done, what do you say to these deals?
Let me tell you something. We didn't sell 11,000 cars in the Philadelphia market in 6 years at my previous location because we say no. We say yes. And let me tell you something. If I can't get you approved on a car, I'm telling you now, nobody can, because why? I am just doing a deal. Yeah, baby, let's go. Nissan Sentra SV, only $99 a month. Or take up to $4,000 off. Altima SV, no cap cost reduction. Sign and drive, $199. Or take up to $5,000 off. Any Rogue in stock, $6,000 off. Trade amnesty, credit amnesty. Remember, it's August and we're accepting all credit applications. If I can't get you done, nobody can. And don't forget, we're closer than you think. You know me, Philly. Just do the deal.